They say we are best friends, but I'm not sure. For when I look into their heart, it doesn't seem so pure. They share with me their thoughts that they say are so personal, and then demand I share information I gain from another that is very interpersonal. Just the other day they were applying for a job, said I knew information gained from another with whom I hobnob. The information would give them a leg up in applying for their would-be position, and having this confidential information would help them fulfill their mission. I felt torn as to whether to give the information, knowing my relationship with the other as well as the requester's reputation. I thought to myself, what if they blabbed to the world what I shared? The shame, the humiliation, the embarrassment I'd cause once this private information became aired. As I stood in thought mulling over these different feelings, the friend began hammering me, pressuring me on our current dealings. They again remind me we are best friends in a scolding tone, waiting impatiently for a response as the current situation became full-blown. Their change in demeanor helped bring me to reality. This friendship is not equal. I'm viewed as their devotee. The words of Proverbs my mind immediately discovered. He who is trustworthy in spirit keeps a thing covered. The thought of a trusted friend then came to mind. One who looks out for your best interest, not theirs. Such a person is so difficult to find. For a trusted friend would never put me on point, to gain an advantage to hurt me, or another simply to gain their end point. A trusted friend would think of me first, and quell the desire for which this person now thirsts. I now see that a trusted friend is a one-way street. It's how I view them and not how they view me. I see them as my sanctuary, as someone who's my closest helpmeet. So, to this current friend, I may be their trusted friend, but in my book, their designation as a trusted friend I will not lend. For I will hold them as an acquaintance in my mind, using a different classification of terms that are much better aligned. Friends are now acquaintances, and trusted friends created from being time-tested. The few the best, those in whom my confidences will only be placed so that my mind will always remain rested. And since this friend relegated to a mere acquaintance, I am now ready to respond. I tell them I feel uncomfortable sharing, for I will not taint my other friend's bond. I'm Lori Stith, the Stoicess, and I believe in you. If you like what you mentally now see, join my website to learn and think like me at stoicmatchmaker.com.